What's up, Momo traders? Robbie here, back with another informational video. Today I want to talk about some big news, huge news, okay? Actually, no, it really isn't that big of news, but I am going to talk to you about why I am leaving ThinkorSwim as a trading platform. So, without being clickbait, I want to let you know that I'm not fully leaving ThinkorSwim just because I do still like the platform. I think it's very easy to use, as well as the charting is amazing. It's very user-friendly and it just looks nice. I mean, if you've looked at other brokers like Interactive Brokers, Trading Station, like Cobra Trading, Lightspeed, if you looked at those common trading platforms for day traders, you can see that the charts are very old-fashioned. It looks like it's a 90s program, so they definitely need work on making those better. So I want to talk to you about what my trading strategy or plan is moving forward, and then I want to tell you why I decided to make this jump and pull my money out of ThinkorSwim. Without wasting any time, let's get into the video. Alright, before we get into the actual discussion, I want to first give you a heads up. I did make a list of all of the frustrating points that I want to talk about that have been, piling up and making me have more and more frustration with ThinkorSwim until I finally bit the bullet and decided to look for other trading platforms to use. So yeah, I'm going to be looking down and reading off this list because trying to memorize everything is going to be difficult. Before I get into the video too, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching all of my videos and liking and commenting on them. I really appreciate it, and it really helps the channel grow. Let's jump into the first topic on why I'm frustrated with ThinkorSwim. The first bullet, which is the biggest point that I want to stress, which I actually made a whole video about, which is how to prevent ThinkorSwim from being laggy. If you look at that, I've been on the phone for at least, I would say 6 hours with TD Ameritrade reps and asking different points and different strategies to make or different, I guess, cheat codes to try to make the software run smoother and not lag. Those options that I gave to you, unfortunately, are really the only options to try to make the software not lag. I do hope that it did help you out, because it did help me out for a little bit, but now it seems like those tricks don't even work for me. It really is a whole company-wide, worldwide issue that TD Ameritrade has, and so they have to fix it, or else, they're going to end up being the next Robin Hood, and everyone's going to jump ship and go to a different trading platform. Looking at the list, all of the issues that I had. So first of all, the lagginess. I would have to restart the software at least, I'd say, 5 times every morning, and I wouldn't be able to even start looking at stocks until probably, I'd say, anywhere from 20 minutes all the way to an hour after the morning bell rang. So that's terrible. That cannot happen. The next thing too is I had terrible fills. Sometimes the fills wouldn't even go through, or if they do, they're gonna be way more than a 5-cent slip. I would put an order right at the half dollar or the whole dollar, and I would be filled 10 cents off, which is terrible for someone who actively trades. Another thing is, which is the biggest issue, which if you guys have experienced this on ThinkorSwim, I'm so sorry, because it's so scary and terrible, and I cannot believe that they can even be a trading platform or a company that allows this. But when you put in a limit order and you see it on the active trader window, and the price skyrockets and goes past your limit order, and instead of getting that notification saying your order cannot be filled, you don't get anything, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I must not have been filled, no one must have bought any, or no one must have sold enough shares for me to grab some. So the price actually rips up past your order, and you're thinking, oh okay, well, I don't know why I didn't get filled, that's really weird, that might be just a glitch or something, and then you look at another stock, and then all of a sudden you hear the little chime that goes off, or you look at your positions, and TD Ameritrade, they decided to fill you that position without you even knowing that you had the position filled. So it's awful. I'm sorry if that's happened to you. It's happened to me many times, and I just am so sick of it, because it's my real money on the line, and I do big share size, so it's very scary when you go in with big size and you think, oh, my order didn't go through, but then you have to go and actually check your mobile app or the TD Ameritrade website and see if you have any open positions, because ThinkorSwim doesn't show you that you got into a position. Incredibly unacceptable for a trading platform, and that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I'm looking elsewhere. Like I said before too, a big frustrating thing for me is that every single day I'm not able to trade, at least until the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes normally, all the way into like an hour, and that's mostly due to like high volume, trading on the platform at one time. I do keep up a website that shows if my area for TD Ameritrade is down, like the system or the server, but lately I've been checking it and it seems like it's been fine. It just seems like overall TD has had a high volume of trading and they just cannot keep up with it, and so that's just so mind-boggling because I am up early checking out the stocks that I might want to trade today, and then right when that bell rings, I'm ready to jump in on a stock that I know is just going to go to the moon, and I cannot for the first hour because of the fact I miss all the moves. And right there is a reason why going to a commission based trader and brokerage and using a platform that doesn't freeze like that could actually like pay way more than I would pay in commissions in terms of just profits and P&L. Another point that I want to touch on, which isn't a huge deal, I don't want to sound like I'm being really petty, but let's just talk about like that GameStop and AMC week. It scares me that I use a platform that I would say the majority of traders use. ThinkorSwim is extremely popular, and it scares me because, like I said, I would love to be a full-time trader at some point, and so it scares me that when retail investors or people who lightly invest, occasionally invest and have their 9-to-5 jobs, it scares me that when they decide to use ThinkorSwim and get into the market, I am unable to trade. I'm unable to make any money during that time just because so many people are using the software. And I mean, GameStop alone, watching that stock and trying to trade it when it was doing its big moves, like a lot of times I couldn't get my order filled, and they also restricted it as well. And so either way, like it is a bummer to be on a popular software because you will have those restrictions in place, and there's such high volume that your trading is going to be affected, and that's not sustainable if you want to do this for a full-time career, even though I don't do this as full-time yet per se. That's just something else. I'm not mad at the retail investors. It's something to think about. If I go to a smaller brokerage then that has less people but you have to pay commissions, they won't have that issue, so I should be able to still consistently make a good P&L every single day and rely on it. And so to wrap up all the negatives that I said about ThinkorSwim, overall it is a great software, but I'm just realizing that the money that I lose because they either fill me and I don't know, or they have terrible slippage, or they are just lagging and I can't even trade at the first bell ring of the morning. All of those things right there lose me money, and I think that the money that is lost because of those reasons actually will outweigh the commission fees that I'll have to pay. So I just think it's smarter. And also, if you think about it too, all of the real professional day traders, no shade to people who do use ThinkorSwim, professionally, but all the real true day traders out there, I always see they use professional software like Interactive Brokers or Lightspeed. They don't use the free commission, and it's because you get great fills, you can get direct access right to the actual exchanges, and also they're reliable. They don't have the issues when high volume, a lot of people are trying to get on their servers and trade. And then the last thing I want to talk about ThinkorSwim before I move on to the where I'm going from ThinkorSwim or from TD Ameritrade is I do want to say too that I think I still will use their software for the charting because it is easy to use, and I've gotten so good at watching the price action in the charts and setting up my windows and everything. I do love the software. I just wish that the actual execution of the trading on that software was done better. But I think I'm still going to use it for like long trades, swing trades, also with my trading my Roth IRA. And then possibly looking at the options chain as well. When you don't really need to be in and out quickly, then it's definitely a perfectly fine trading platform to use. It's just I like using a commission-free trading software is definitely better for scalpers or for just like active day traders that do a lot of orders at once. All right, now let's move on to where I'm thinking about going. And so the main trading platforms that I've been looking into is Lightspeed and then Interactive Brokers. I also did look into Cobra Trading possibly. And so far, I do have to say that I think that their platforms are definitely adequate to do what I want to do with them. The only thing that I do have a complaint about is all of their charts. They look like they're from the 1990s. And it might just be because I'm so used to ThinkorSwim. Their charts just look sexier. They look better. They look just more refined. And I just feel when I was doing the demos of Lightspeed and Interactive Brokers, watching the price action on the charts was just like agonizing. My eyes were hurting. It just isn't. The candles are not crisp and clear. If I do use Lightspeed or Interactive Brokers, I definitely think I'll still look at the charts of TD Ameritrade, and then also in comparison comparison with the Lightspeed or Interactive Broker charts, and then I will just use my trading order entry like windows from Lightspeed or Interactive Brokers, and then execute my trades that way, if that makes sense. It's going to be a learning curve, and it's going to be kind of confusing at first, but as long as I can set up hotkeys, there should be no problem, because the charts on ThinkorSwim don't really lag for me. It's the actual putting in orders. So I think it should be fine. That way I can have best of both worlds, and then have that direct, I'll have to pay ECN fees, but direct access right to the exchanges. Another big point is that these commission-based brokerages, they have great customer service. You can really customize your trading setup on your computer really well. They have a bunch of different analysis tools and different little measurements, and programs that you can use to be able to refine your trading. And then another thing too is that they of course won't restrict my trading, which is great. They can handle high volume. I can trade right at the bell. And then also a big one too is the fact that I can set up more options for hotkeys, so that's really awesome. I can set a button for my full size, which I can do on ThinkorSwim, but then I can also have a button to sell half my position, or possibly even, I believe you could do a quarter of your position, but it's easier to scale in and scale out of a stock. So last thing I want to touch on is, so once again, I haven't actually opened up an account with Interactive Brokers or Lightspeed yet. I am using their demo to check it out and see how I like it. With Lightspeed, I've been on the phone with IT many times. They're trying to figure out why I'm having issues with my MacBook. I am sadly finding out that trading on a MacBook is a lot more difficult with trading software rather than just a PC. I am considering possibly going down the road of buying a PC and selling my MacBook. And of course, I don't want you to worry. I'm still going to be making educational and informational videos on ThinkorSwim, because like I said, I will still use it to trade some securities, but just not actively trade. And then of course, once I learn and master Lightspeed or Interactive Brokers, I can also show you guys more into that software and show you how the pricing works out with commissions. Overall, I'm positive. I'm excited to get back out there into the markets and ride that momentum. It's been difficult. I cannot keep watching myself have redder and redder days because of the fact that TD Ameritrade wants to just fool around with my money and have terrible fills. Overall, I just wanted to jump on and give you an update on what I'm thinking, and I'll keep you posted on what I decide to choose. If you're using ThinkorSwim and you love it, then great, keep using it. But if you're like me and you are frustrated with it, then stick around, and I'll keep you informed on what I decide. Let you know along the way how it's working out for me. Thank you again, Momo traders, for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for being supportive. I would love to know your opinions and comments as well, so please leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and then subscribe. Hopefully we can get up to 60 subscribers by maybe next week. And I will be posting another video soon talking about candlesticks. Look out for that video, and thank you. And then don't forget, join the Discord chat, please. I'd love to actually talk to you one-on-one in the chat room, and then get your insight, and talk about how long you've been trading, and what's been successful, and what stocks you're looking at. Overall, thank you so much for your time, and I'll catch you in the next video.